Good evening and welcome to Alberta Primetime. I'm Jennifer Martin.
And I'm Jefferson Humphreys. New Alberta legislation could pave the way for some major power projects in our province.
But Bill 50 is causing raucous debate. Do we need the projects it calls for? Will they cost us more or less than alternatives? And is the public losing its voice in the decision making? It's a multi-billion-dollar discussion and you might be surprised by what you hear tonight.
Now also, crossing the Atlantic on a cruise ship might be a dream for some. But how about in a rowboat? We'll meet a couple with quite the tale to tell.
And a race may be brewing to replace Ed Stelmach as Conservative leader. Who might be in the running? We'll ask tonight's Vocal Point panel on politics.
But first, the push for power. That's where Alberta Primetime begins tonight.
Two guests join us now for a frank discussion on your electricity and your future bills. In Calgary, Rob Hemstock, VP of Legal and Regulatory Affairs for ENMAX Corporation, a power provider campaigning against Bill 50. And on the phone, Evan Barry, Executive Director of the Independent Power Producers Society of Alberta, an umbrella organization supporting an increase in Alberta's power supply. Welcome to Alberta Primetime, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Evan, I'd like to start with you. Just tell us basically what is Bill 50, what is the aim of the legislation?
The legislation is intended to advance the government's 2003...
In a very serious hearing like they have done for decades in the past, and consider whether each individual project, transmission project, is needed for Albertans. Our view is that in many cases, the development of generation close to where the electricity is consumed is a better alternative than building new transmission wires, and that's simply a function of the technology today allows for that to be an option that wasn't allowed or wasn't available, say 30 or 40 years ago when we built the massive transmission grid that we have today.
Okay, and I think a lot of Albertans maybe are feeling some of what you are talking about, Rob. We have a Facebook response to our interactive question, which we posed to viewers. It was, how important is a regulatory body to the expansion of Alberta's electrical system? And the Facebook reply that we got from Daniel C. was...
And Bill 50 takes this decision out of the public forum and puts it in the cabinet room.
Right.
And from our perspective, that's not in the interests of Alberta, because the costs associated with this new transmission are in the billions with a B.
Right.
And they are very high and they deserve a public debate.
And that is part of the issue in Albertans' minds, that the government's taking over too much control. And my sense is that they're just trying to move forward rather than continually talking. Nobody wants these lines, but they say, guess what, we have to have them. In fact, an Alberta Energy release that, of course, open mic regular Yukon Jack with his take on how to make the streets of Edmonton safer for cab drivers. Probably a problem, that kind of violence throughout Alberta, sadly.
Yeah, absolutely. Taxi service in our two largest centers, of course, a big part of Monday's show. Prompted Jen from Calgary to head to our website and answer the interactive question: have you had a difficult time hailing a cab?
She writes in, hailing a taxi can be difficult, yes, but how about making life easier with public transit? Coming from Vancouver, I used to hail cabs on a regular basis, but having the availability of a proper public transit system was way more useful than cabs, let alone more cost efficient for these economic times. And when I say proper, she writes, I mean having more bus routes, opening up more jobs, and more frequent bus schedules instead of having to wait over half an hour for another bus if you miss the first one.
There you go. Interesting point.
You know, it's hard, though. There's buses driving empty through my neighborhood, and I know that the commissioner in Edmonton is saying, put them through. Eventually people will get on them.
Yeah, and often a lot of these issues are very late at night, 2, 3 in the morning after bars close. It's tough to keep buses running the whole time.
Yeah.
But we do post a new interactive question daily on our website. Just head to albertaprimetime.com to have a say, or better yet, give us a call.
Time in nearly 3 years, residents of the village of Tilly, Alberta, are about to get safe tap water again. They hope. It's a simple luxury for most Albertans. Tilly's Mayor John Timko is on the line with us. Mr. Mayor, Tilly has been without safe drinking water under a boil water advisory for 3 years. How have people managed?
Well, this has been a long time coming, sort of thing, where
Her life is treacherous and majestic all at the same time. She is the Edmonton Queen.
This week's Hidden Gem takes us aboard a unique riverboat that paddles passengers up the North Saskatchewan River and through time.
Hey? While the Edmonton Queen was awash in controversy when it launched in the 1990s, the current owners now enjoy booming business. In fact, they occasionally have to turn guests away for evening cruises.
Looks fun. And if you know a hidden gem we could profile here on Alberta Primetime, let us know by following the links on our website.
Coming up tomorrow on our program, Jockeying for Support.
Yeah, we'll bring you the exclusive results of a new provincial poll on voting intentions, who leads the way and who's lagging in support. The latest numbers may surprise you.
And we want to know, if an election were to be held tomorrow, how would you vote differently than in the past? Head to albertaprimetime.com and tell us.
Have a great evening, everyone.
From all of us here at Alberta Primetime, good night, Alberta.